right, welcome back. We're ready to create our layout number 1. This one is Life is Short, Lick the Bowl. It's super cute for the holidays or any just any occasion that cookies are involved, I think. You could change that title to more holiday themed. We are going to be using that grid thin cut again, and also the stamp, and then the stamp for that heart cookie and the mocha squiggles. So grab your freshly baked scrapbooking stamp set and thin cuts. We're going to be splattering with that white gloss spray and adding some shimmer with the Ballerina, and we've got our freshly baked dots, and hopefully you have cut your papers, and I think that is all we need. So let's go ahead and start with this side right here. So I'm going to put this one off to the side, and we are going to be using, oh, that's the other page. Okay, got to put my pieces other places. Okay, we're going to be using white as our base, and then you'll have a strip of the cookie. We're going to be using the sticker Hostess Cupcake. I'm going to just call it the Hostess Cupcake sticker. This is a zip strip. Then you will need let's see. Then we've got the grid pattern, and then this pattern right here, the Scarlet Words, which is a recipe. So take a look at that and maybe jot down the recipe before you cut it up. I probably should have told you that before. We're going to stamp on this one. We have some little word strips, and then Seabrook, we're going to cut our little grid out of. So I think we've got everything we need. So what I'm going to do is actually add this pattern first. So let's add, okay. So let's add these pieces first, and then we'll do the splatter, and then we'll do the stamping and stuff while that dries. How about that? I think that's what I said in the instructions. Sorry, my chair is squeaky. I'm not sure what to do with it. Okay, so we're going to add this cookie pattern to the left-hand side. And from our sticker sheet, we have our Hostess Cupcake. We're going to use the whole thing right there along the cookies. Just be careful, the stickers are really sticky, so I'm kind of just laying it down a little at a time. Make sure it's straight. Then we have our zip strip that was on top of the pattern paper. Oh, we love that Close to My Heart gives us a little bit extra pattern on top of those with the instructions, or with the name of the paper packet on the top. And then the grid pattern, or if you want to do the polka dots, you can totally switch it around. Any of these papers you can switch to the back side if you prefer that. Whatever you want to do. This is your page. Okay. And then let's do this scarlet pattern. I think I mentioned in the last video that this paper packet was actually designed by a Close to My Heart maker. I think her name is Shannon Baker, if I remember correct. So cute. She did such a great job. Okay, so let's splatter this area right here. So if you have a box or something, just to catch that extra spray, because this is paint. So this is a gloss spray in white. It is acrylic spray. You'll just want to shake it up a little bit, and I'm just going to do a half spray, kind of like right here, and you can concentrate it more. So we get those big splatters, and we have the little ones. It's kind of fun little accent. Okay, so let's set that one aside really quick. And we need to cut our grid or our cooling rack. I have my cutting machine right here. This is close to my heart's die cutting machine. It is on back order until November, but it is worth it. So you can choose whichever side. I believe I use the light side on this one. This is one of close to my heart's newer color called Seabrook. There's also another color called Mist, and I get them mixed up. So I think this should be Mist and the other one should be Seabrook, but you know, I don't name them and they don't ask me, so it is what it is. So if I call it by the wrong name, I am sorry, but when you see them Mist, you'll know what I mean. So this is Seabrook. It reminds me of that Disney Channel movie. Oh gosh, what is it called now? It's like the zombie movie. My daughter, I watched some of these shows with her, just, you know, some good bonding time, even though it's not something that I would necessarily want to watch. But anyway, their high school is called Seabrook High. So that's what it reminds me of. All right. If you know what I'm talking about, leave it in the comments. So anybody else that suffers through watching those. Okay, so this is super fun. We're just gonna pop these out. Oh, I mentioned in the card video, and I'm sorry, I should have mentioned it right there, because not everybody does the cards and not everybody does the layouts. So for this particular die cut, I needed to set my die cut machine on a little stronger of a pressure. So I had it on 0 on the Close to My Heart die cutting machine. I did put it in the instructions, so hopefully you saw that. I mean, I don't even read my own instructions, so I don't really expect you to either, but just in case. Do you guys read the instructions? I don't know. I write them out, but just in case. And that's so fun. It kind of reminds me of like burlap ribbon. Okay, so I'm going to put those in the garbage. And we're going to move on to our next thing, which we need to stamp Life is Short, Lick the Bowl. And that is on this stamp set right here, the Freshly Baked Scrapbooking. And I had my stamp set here. Oh, there it is. It's stuck on my die cuts. Okay, so Life is Short, Lick the Bowl. And I'm going to see. It will fit on this one. So I actually brought in my supplies on one of Close to My Heart's organizing trays, and it actually has worked out really nice, and it keeps everything where it needs to be for me so I don't lose anything. I think that's the large tray. They fit on the Workspace Wonder. If you haven't checked out our organizing system, you should go check it out. It's kind of really cool. Yeah. Season that really quick. There's another piece of it right here too. So this is like the tool caddy, and then this is the smaller tray, and I just leave these, they kind of interlock with each other, stack on each other, and I just leave those sitting on my desk. So it's really nice. Okay, so we're going to use some Mocha ink. Ink that up and put your little foam underneath there, because you want to make sure you get a nice crisp image. And while I'll just do the other one on the other page. Okay. I actually brought my chamois. I went and grabbed it. so I could clean off my stamps. This is just a stamp chamois. If you need a solution for cleaning your stamps, I highly recommend this. It's just water, and you can rinse it off and it cleans up your stamps really nicely. And we just got a chamois organizer too, so that's on my list of things. You know, the holidays are coming up, so I gotta leave some stuff for Santa to bring me. Okay, so then we are going to cut this out. Just fussy cut it. And I just left a little bit of the white showing. And I'm using Close to My Heart's microchip scissors. These are amazing as well. Really, Close to My Heart is a one-stop shop for crafting supplies, I think anyway. I just don't even have to go into a crafting store anymore. I can just find it on my website, and it is shipped directly to me, which I think is my favorite part. Okay. Around. Okay. All right. So I think we can go ahead and start assembling the rest. So it looks, yep, that's dry. Yay. Okay, so I might even read my own instructions. Gotta turn my page. There was a lot of cutting on that one, huh? All right, so we're going to attach this right here. It is about on the 8-inch. This corner right here is about 8 inches. I have found the liquid glue to be the easiest. Like I said with the cards when we made those, if you have a better solution for attaching this guy to this thin cut to your project, let me know in the comments. I tried the Tombow. It left like those spider web pieces of glue, so it just kind of it still showed through. So I'm just going to dot some of that, and hopefully we get enough on it that it will stay down. Okay, so I'm using my, oh gosh, what are these? Versamat. I love the Versamat. I have 2 of them, so when I'm doing a double page, I can have one sitting on one side and one on the other. And it's about 8 inches. Okay. And then this piece, this yellow piece, our photo mat is 3 inches down, so like on the 9-inch mark, and about 9 inches over, or 3 inches over. So about right there. I should have brought my T-square ruler so they all line up. Oh. Have you seen Close to My Heart's new T-square ruler? That's something too. Again, on my wish list for Santa. I'm just going to have it shipped and hand it to Santa and say, wrap this box. Okay, so this one is going to just kind of off center right there. And then this yellow one, I think this is honey butter, right? I think so. Yes, honey butter. That is a newer color too, so I can't keep up with the names. So this is about the 4.5 if we want to be this corner right there, and then the 1.5, and you can put it on an angle. See, that looks good right there. Okay, and then mine has the photo placemat, so you can kind of see where they go. Then we have these little strips of words, and those were on the zip strips. So you can just cut those. There's a couple different options, and you can decide which ones you want. This one says crumbs everywhere, and then freshly baked. And the last one is yummy cookies. And I believe we're going to use a colorful frosting on the next layout, if I remember correctly. Okay, so then we can start decorating the rest of it. So we have Life is Short, Lick the Bowl. We're going to add that with 3D foam to the top. Let's see. A little bit more on that one. We're not going to waste any. And there's a little bit more on that one. Don't worry, I have a brand new one sitting here. When I place an order, I always add, actually guess what I always add to my orders. Let me put it in the comments what my top 3 things that I always make sure I have ordered. And then I'll see if you're right. I'll tell you at the end, if I remember. Hopefully I remember. Okay, now let's grab our stickers. And we are going to add our cookies onto our cooling rack. This one with a bite in it is going to go. Add some more 3D foam to that. Just kind of offset it right there. And I'm just lightly putting those down, so if I need to move them, then I can. So, and then I'll push them down once I decide I've got everything where I need it. Okay, so we've got this bigger one. See, that one's not going to fit, so just need to move that a little bit. Then we have kind of a smaller one we're going to put in the center because there's this little cluster of 5. It's going to go in the center. And then this one that has a little bit smaller of a bite, a nibble. On that corner, and then the last one right here, we're going to add in a space. Aren't those so cute? So cute. Do you guys have a good chocolate chip cookie recipe? If you do, would you share it in the comments? I would love a good chocolate chip recipe. I have one that I make, but it makes a gazillion cookies, and I just want a nice simple one that doesn't make like 4 dozen cookies. Or is that just how recipes are? I don't know. Okay, so I have the heart. I'm going to add it right here, kind of overlapping that photo. And then this kind of, it looks like a pretzel to me, but I guess it's a star cookie. Reminds me of a pretzel. Put that one down. And then we have our gingerbread man. We're going to add him with 3D foam. Maybe I should look at this recipe on this paper and make them. Oh, that'd be so fun. Shoot, now I need another piece. I need another paper packet so I can read the recipe. Okay, and then this small one. Do you like this kind of cookie? I don't know what they're called, but they have like that, isn't it like a jam or a jelly in the center of them? I don't think I've even tried one of those before. Okay, so we have our little cluster of those, and then we can add our shimmer brush. So this is the Ballerina shimmer brush that I've figured out that's probably the closest to match the flamingo, but I'm going to just lightly add some swoosh over lick and over the bowl. Just a light swoosh. If you get too much, then it's going to make that bleed, and we don't want that. Okay, so now we have all these fun little accents to add. So I'm going to put a Seabrook glitter, flamingo heart, and a yellow or honey butter circle. And then another honey buddy, not muddy buddy, honey butter circle right there. And then a scarlet one, and then a small flamingo, and a heart, and then a tan star. And then down here, let me grab my other sheet. So there's 2 sheets that come in this package, and are they just not the cutest things? So we have crumble with a yellow star. We're going to do a flamingo star and then a scarlet star next to those. Then we do a large honey butter, a large glitter, and then the tan heart, flamingo dot, and a white heart right there. Okay, I think I got them all. I love that Close My Heart is doing these now. They'd started with Crisp Air and all the fun different dots, and then this one, I love it. So the variety is so awesome. Okay, so that is page number 1. And let's bring in page number 2. And grab my pieces. Now I decided to change something up, so I'll see if you guys like it or not. But when I put these together and then I took a photo, I felt like this side needed some white splash too, but in my original one I didn't. So I'm going to add the white splash to this one, and then we can compare and you can decide which one you like better. But here's all our pieces, and I'm going to lay down the scarlet pattern first, splash it, and then we'll add the others. So this smaller side, this one is like 2 1/4, I believe. It goes on the left hand side, and then this one is on the right hand side. It just needed a little something. Do you guys ever do that? You create it and you have it all done, and then you're like, oh, I should have done that. Well, that's what happened. So I'm just going to add a little bit of some of that white spray on this side too. And you can do it either way. It's really up to you. Are you guys liking the gloss sprays we used? Oh, actually, we're going to be using the gold next month, so stay tuned. At the end of the day, I'm going to show you what we're going to be making next month. So we're using white this month, and then the gilt color next month. Because I'm like, we used the gold. I'm like, no, you guys haven't used it yet. I just did. Okay, so then we have the stripe. This was a zip strip, but it was cut at a fourth of an inch, not instead of a half. Just going to line that up. Okay, and then we have our flamingo piece, and we're going to stamp this. So you can either stamp it first. I'm going to just put it on and then hope for the best. So I'm going to stamp it after. Or you don't have to stamp it either. All right, and then we have a grid piece. Maybe I should check. Yep, it'll all work. Okay. Or you could do polka dots, whatever you want to do. So when Close to My Heart's home office does layouts, they like glue them down to their mat, and now I'm seeing why. Because mine is moving everywhere. So this is Seabrook, that color that I feel like should be called Mist instead, but nobody asked me. Okay, so now we're going to stamp. Let me see. Yes. So we need to stamp the heart and then the frosting. Okay. So grab your stamp set and let's do the heart first. So this is just French vanilla cardstock. We'll need this block and a smaller block. So I was going to mention, so it's really nice to have a lot of different variety of blocks when you're creating. Close to My Heart actually has like a starter block kit. So if you are not sure what sizes, you know, or which ones would probably be best, they've put together a set of them that they feel is a good place to start, and they have offered that. So I'll put a link to that in the description of the video as well. So if you are new to stamping or even acrylic stamping, you can grab some of those blocks. Okay, so there's that one. Yeah, me myself, I have like probably 3 of every size just because I'm impatient, and and also I do workshops, or I used to before COVID. Okay, so let's do this right here. I'm doing a no-no. I'm just doing it right on top of my project. Okay, I want to make sure that's nice and juicy on there. Stamp it. Okay, oops. I'm going to stamp it again. And we just need a little bit on the end to finish that out. There we go. That's so cute. That's just a fun pattern. Not even to use for frosting, just to use as kind of like, I don't know, an accent of some sort. Alrighty. This one we do have a thin cut for, but I am just going to fussy cut it. Not a big deal. You can thin cut it if you would prefer. But I just put my machine away and I'm kind of lazy sometimes. Okay. All right. I think we're ready to put our pieces on. So this is a photo mat, and it is about on the, let's see, 1.5 inches down. About right there. And then we're layering that honey butter right on top. So under your photo, you can see how it kind of brings out that color from, I don't know, adds a little bit more of an accent behind that photo. Okay, and then we have the other honey butter and scarlet down here. And they're about 1/4 of an inch away from this one. And just line those up. Okay. So now we can add our stickers. Okay, so this one has Baker's Gonna Bake right here. Add that right here, And then above that is the word sprinkles. And then we're going to add our heart with 3D foam. Right next to those. Nope, that one's like crooked. See if I can. It's hard to do it from not being like right on top. Okay, and then our Ballerina shimmer brush, we're just going to add some swoosh right on top of that lightly so it doesn't smear. And this right here, oh, we have our French vanilla piece for our journaling, or if you need another photo mat, you could totally use that. And You Bake Me Happy. Right across the top. And then down here we have some fun stickers. So let's start with our gingerbread man. He's gonna go right here. Then we have our candy cane next door. And then this blue heart cookie, I'm going to put some 3D foam on the back of that. And put it right here. I just have these foam pieces from the shakers that we've done, and I'm like, why don't I just use those? So now we have this swirl cinnamon bun, maybe? Cinnamon roll? Sure, that's what that is. And then this scalloped circle cookie, which I still want to know if they're good or not. Let me know. They look like they're hard to make, honestly. And then this one is yellow. Gonna just slide that right underneath there. Okay, so now we're ready for our dots. Let's start at the top. We have our Seabrook glitter. We have a tan star. A flamingo star, and then a heart right there. Okay, so then over here we have our dots. So we're going to start with, actually I should start from the outside. I'm going to start with the glitter Seabrook one, a tan one, yellow, and then the scarlet. That one's not even. Okay. All right, so then down here at the bottom, we have a Seabrook. I'm going to put right next to that heart, and then a yellow, then a pink heart, a white star, a tan circle, going to go right in the middle of that cinnamon roll, and then a glitter heart right there on the corner of that. Okay, there we go. We are done with layout number 1. How do you guys do? Do you like the extra white splash? Okay, now I remember. So my top 3 things I add to every order is an adhesive of some sort. Right now I'm using the Mono Air because I wanted to try it out, but I love the Close to My Heart adhesive, 3D foam, and oh, did I have it over here? A package of card bases and envelopes. So those are like the 3 things that I always make sure I have on my order because I use them all the time. So anyway, did you guess right? I'm going to look back at the comments and see if anybody got it right. All right, Okay, so next we are going to be doing the second layout. If you're just joining us and you would like to create these projects, the supplies are still available online on my website, juliescott.closemyheart.com. And when you place an order on my website, I will send you the instructions for free. Or if you have your own supplies and you just want my cutting guide, you can purchase that, just the cutting guide, and I'll put a link for that in the comments as well. All right, okay, come back in just a little bit and we will finish up our second layout.